Hi and welcome back for a post-Christmas pickups video. Hope everybody had an excellent Christmas. As you can see, I'm still in my fluffs. We're at that awkward time of the year where nobody knows what to do between Christmas and New Year. So I figured I'd just get some of these videos out while I can. And I've got an absolute stack of games here to show you. So first I'll get up to my one and only vintage pickup that I've got recently. Nothing of any real consequence, and that is Disney Dancing Stage. I'll never play it, but as part of the full setting nonsense, it's one of those. Now I've got a couple here that were from Christmas from my wife. Mort the Chicken. I have not played this one, and if I recall, it's quite an expensive game, so I will probably play that one this afternoon. Shaolin, again, a game I've not played. I don't think, anyway. There we go. I'll give it a go. I've got Final Doom. If you don't, what you don't know about Doom ain't worth knowing, really. There's no point in me chuntering about that one. And Resident Evil. Believe it or not, I've only just got on this one. Back there, I already have the director's cut, so to have the original version as well is ideal. And before I get into this little stack of games, I'm going to show you a game that is so underrated it's ridiculous. And I've been playing it recently, and I have it on at the side of me now. And that's Martian Gothic Unification. I mentioned this to a few other YouTubers recently. It's a Resident Evil style game, but with a unique twist. If you've not played it, I would recommend giving it a try. It's fairly cheap. I paid £6.95 for this. So before I get into these, I've got a couple more additions to my collection to show you. This one is Final Fantasy the Pixel Remaster Collection. Still sealed, so I will give that a bash at some point, but who knows when. And a new PS5 controller. I seem to be collecting these things at the minute. I've got a vast array of colours, and as you can see up on that shelf behind me, I have a bunch of the 30th anniversary stuff up there as well. So this bunch of games, if you watch Wayne's World of Gaming, I recommend giving him a follow. He's a massive PlayStation nerd, just like me, and we share the same name, which is, it is what it is. But if you watch his stuff, you'll know that he was selling a bunch of his collection recently. I travelled to Wales to meet the man, and I bought a vast selection of ps1 titles off him. So this goes out to you, Wayne. You're a legend for selling me these. So let's start with the first game. Is Blade. Everybody knows the movie. I don't recall playing this one, so again, it'll be on my list of games to play. Ninja, Shadow of Darkness. This again I haven't played. I will give this a go at some point. Back on the PS1 days, I was mostly a racing game and RPG kind of guy, so I missed a lot of the other sort of games. So apologies for not being able to go into silly in-depth nonsense about it all. This game I have played, Pandemonium. I'd highly recommend playing this if you haven't played it. It's such a good game. It's criminal how good game this is. Another game I've never played, Sitting Ducks. It says that it's a cartoony game. I can't really, the backs doesn't really give so much away at all. A giant city following crowds of ducks and alligators. Is it good? Who knows? Another game here completes my subset, and that's Crash Bash. So now that's all the Crash Bandicoot games on PS1 I have. I believe this is more of a party style game than a platformer. I've not played this one. Another subset completer, Rugrats Totally Angelica. Again, I've not played this. Rugrats were a bit after my time. I grew up a bit before they were a thing, so they weren't really my generation. Small Soldiers. Now this I do remember playing briefly back in the day. But again, it's an animated film that was a bit after my time, really. This is a Stone Cold classic, Carmageddon. I remember this getting a lot of flack back in the day for being graphic and gruesome, and I believe they changed a lot of the game to cater for it. Zombies, I think it became in the end, as opposed to people. Digimon Rumble Arena. Again, Digimon was around the era of Pokemon, I guess, and I was a mid-teenager by the time this was all the rage, so it's not really my sort of game, but I'll give it a play just to say I have. Rascal. Again, this is a game I've never played, but I will play every single one of these titles eventually. I figured when I've completed the set, I'll do some playthrough videos, because a lot of these games are obviously going to be new to me, and I know there's another YouTube channel out there that plays all the PS1 games. I'll link him below. I can't remember the name of the chap, but he tends to play all of them and upload the videos. I'll do the same. Rayman Jr. Level 2. This will be perfect for my little girl. I have a 3-year-old, and I know she'll be into things like this. Age 7+, but she's not that age yet, but I guess it's Rayman is what it is. Another game I haven't played, and I've never been a fan of the movie series, to be honest. Star Wars, Power Battles. Don't hate me for not liking Star Wars, but I prefer Alien as opposed to when it comes to space, sci-fi sort of stuff. Apologies, I feel like I've got something in my eye there. Another game actually, I probably have played this. It looks familiar. Centipede. All of these are complete. And again, these are all off of Wayne. So shout out to him for this. But Centipede, I'll give that a go. But I feel this weekend I'll be playing Martian Gothic, so not much will get in between that. Another one is Necronomicon, The Dawning of Darkness. In all honesty, I've never heard of this prior to owning it, so this will be a complete blind thing for me to play. From a company called Wanadu, and I believe they were pretty trash developers back in the day. I could be wrong. Another subset completer, Tiger Woods 99. So I now have all of the Tiger Woods games on the PlayStation. Tintin, and this is the French version, Objective Adventure. I am unsure if this game will play in English. I would imagine so. But the English version of this game is a ridiculous price. I mean, even on CEX, I think they have it at close to £200 for a Tintin game. I will never play Tintin, so each to their own. Now, this one is, well, it's a big game, isn't it, really? Marvel vs. Capcom. I played these sorts of games to death back in the day. This one, I'm not sure, but I know I played one of them. Ultimate Alliance? I'm not sure. Moto Racer World Tour. I will get all these stickers off eventually. I've got some isopropyl alcohol on order. But there we go. Motor Racer World Tour. So, I know nothing about that. Not motorbikes, I'm cars type of guy. Another subset completer. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the PS1 I have now. Ideal. What you don't know about Tony Hawk's, then I don't know what you're doing. Another subset completer, sorry. Knockout Kings 2001. So that's now all of the Knockout Kings games I have. Ideal. this one is the first in this series I own, and that's Gex Deep Cover Gecko. Not a bad alternative to the likes of Crash Bandicoot and Croc. And I believe the guy who, yeah, it says here, Danny John Jules, plays the cat in Red Dwarf, voices the gecko. I'll play it again at some point. I've got a couple of big ones in here, so I'll save them till last. YouTube things. Yes, I know, don't hate me on this one, but as part of collecting a full set, it's kind of needed. Bratz. I don't know anything about Bratz, and I probably will never play it. Shelf filler, I guess. Monster Trucks. That kind of just looks like it says what it says there. It's Monster Trucks, and it's a racing game. Is what it is, I guess. Another subset completer. Formula 1 2001. So now that is all of the Formula 1 games, I believe. Formula 1. Yep. All of them from Formula 1 97 through to 2001. That's that. And another subset completer. I keep getting these words mixed up here. Apologies for that. NBA Live 2001. So now that is all of the NBA EA version NBA games on the PS1. Again, another subset completer. Duke Nukem, the first one. I've already got Land of the Babes and Time to Kill. This is just basically Doom in disguise, but it was quite fun, shooting pigs and such. Now, these games are, well, one completer subset, which I'll save that one till last, but these are all fairly pricey games. This one is the cheapest of them all so far. That is Wu-Tang Taste the Pain. I don't think I've played this one. I may have, but I remember playing a game similar to this back in the day called Thrill Kill, which was banned. But I had it on a copy, backup, or whatever you call it back in the day. So this looks very similar to that, but with Wu-Tang. Well, apparently it features their music too, which is a winner if you're into that music. I'm not. Next is Hogs of War, a Stone Cold classic, and I believe, yes, Rick Mayall. Unfortunately, the guy is gone now, but he voices in this, and this was a classic for its time, and I believe it still holds up quite well. That will go here to play that shortly after I've had a bash on this. Now, this one is a fairly expensive game, and it's in the double box version as well, which I guess makes it even more so. Twisted Metal, the double box version. This game has gone up quite a lot as of late. I'm not quite sure why, because it's not a rare game, but it's a classic game nonetheless, and you can play it on the PS5's Classic if you're a premium subscriber. And now this game completes another subset, but this one I know is very expensive, but the first one is a legendary game. This one, not so much. Nightmare Creatures 2. I've not played this one, but the first one is rock solid, and I remember really liking that back in the day. I'm pleased to have this added into this collection now. So that is a total of 35 new PS1 games. This is my current total, 721. So obviously the 35 will take me to 636. And after that, that now obviously brings me over halfway to the full set of 1,423 or 24, I believe. I can't get the definitive last number there. But I guess that's it for now. I have a CEX order on the way of 5 parcels. So when those arrive, I'll open them on here with you guys. So, again, thank you to Wayne over at Wayne's World of Gaming for selling me this bunch of titles to add to this lot. And I will catch you in the next one. Have a happy new year.